Welcome to Daily Gossip. You'll get daily Hollywood updates here, so remember to subscribe for the latest videos. Milana Vayntrub, the dazzling actress and comedian most famously recognized as the lovable AT&T girl, has sent the internet into a frenzy with her latest set of jaw-dropping photos that boldly celebrate her curvaceous figure and undeniable charm at age 38. Known for her clever wit and magnetic screen presence, Milana has often captivated audiences through her roles in comedy and advertising, but now she's making headlines for a far more personal and empowering reason, stepping into the spotlight with an unapologetic embrace of her body and proudly flaunting her huge size in a way that radiates beauty, confidence, and authenticity. These latest photos have stunned fans and critics alike, with Milana donning a series of form-fitting ensembles that accentuate her natural curves and emphasize the power of self-love in an industry often dominated by unrealistic standards. In one particularly stunning shot, she poses in a sleek, deep blue gown that hugs her silhouette like a second skin, her cascading brunette waves falling gently over her shoulders as she turns toward the camera with a fierce, knowing gaze that screams confidence. The world stopped and stared, because here was Milana Vayntrub, not only embracing her figure, but celebrating it without filters, edits, or apologies. As comments poured in across social media, fans praised her for standing tall in her truth, refusing to hide under the weight of industry expectations, and inspiring countless others who have longed to feel seen in their own skin. The photo shoot isn't just an aesthetic triumph, it's a cultural statement, a reclamation of space and beauty by a woman who has already proven her brilliance in front of the camera and is now proving her bravery behind it. Her fans, from longtime followers of her comedic work to those inspired by her humanitarian efforts, have united in admiration for a woman who is unafraid to be loud, proud, and beautiful on her own terms. And the fashion world has taken notice, too. Stylists and designers are now looking to Milana as a muse for the modern woman, stylish, smart, unapologetically bold, and curvy. The response to her latest photos has opened up a much-needed conversation about body image, representation, and confidence, especially for women in their late 30s who often feel pressured to conform to narrow ideals. But Milana has always defied categories, from her unique blend of humor and intellect to her activism for refugees and marginalized voices, and now, she's breaking yet another mold by redefining what it means to be glamorous, sexy, and powerful at 38. She has ignited a wave of admiration, courage, and pride, with countless fans saying they finally see themselves reflected in her bold, unfiltered beauty. These new photos aren't just a fashion statement, they're a powerful declaration that beauty comes in many sizes and that confidence is the most stunning look of all. As the spotlight shines on Milana Vayntrub, she's not just showing her huge size, she's showing the world how magnificent it is to truly love yourself without permission. She's not following the Hollywood script, she's rewriting it. And as she stands tall, stunning, and fierce in every photo, she reminds us all that authenticity is the new sexy, and embracing who you are is the most glamorous act of all. What truly sets Milana Vayntrub's latest appearance apart from countless celebrity photo shoots is not merely the glamorous fabrics or the dramatic poses, but the deep emotional narrative woven through every frame, one that speaks to a journey of body acceptance, strength, and growth in a culture obsessed with surface-level perfection. At 38, Milana isn't just posing, she's performing a quiet revolution, offering a full-bodied rejection of the Hollywood pressures that seek to shrink women down into tiny boxes of acceptability. In these stunning images, each glance and curve tells a story of how a woman who once played comedic roles and voiced animated heroines now finds herself commanding an entirely different kind of attention, one steeped in grace, maturity, and a refusal to dim her light for anyone. Her size, now celebrated boldly, becomes a symbol of resilience, as if every inch of her radiance is a badge of survival against the crushing forces of Hollywood conformity. Standing tall in flowing fabrics and embracing the spotlight that once seemed so critical and cold, Milana is saying to the world, "This is me, bold, bodacious, brilliant, and I'm not asking for approval. The public response has been nothing short of seismic. Messages have flooded in from women around the globe, many in their late 30s and early 40s, who see in Milana's boldness a mirror of their own silent battles with self-worth and societal standards. They're thanking her not just for being visible, but for making visibility itself a revolutionary act. Fashion critics are calling it one of the most talked-about bodies of work in recent celebrity photo history, not because of controversy, but because of courage. And behind this glamorous display lies the soul of a woman who has always championed authenticity, whether she's performing on screen, creating content that tackles social injustice, or lending her voice to those who have none. These photos are a culmination of her evolution, not a reinvention, but an amplification. And they're resonating far beyond red carpets and style blogs. They're making their way into real-life conversations, inspiring confidence boosts, wardrobe overhauls, and, perhaps most importantly, a collective reminder that bodies do not have to be hidden to be respected. Industry insiders report that brands are already lining up for collaborations, eager to associate themselves with her message of empowerment. But Milana, true to form, is said to be taking her time, carefully selecting partnerships that align with her values. That restraint only makes her stand out more, a beacon in a sea of stars too often lost to marketing machines. As she graces magazine spreads and social media timelines alike, fans aren't just looking at another celebrity flaunting her curves. They're seeing a woman who has taken ownership of her narrative, transformed vulnerability into victory, and lit a path for others to follow. With every step she takes in her newfound spotlight, Milana Vayntrub reminds the world that embracing your huge size is not just about dimensions, it's about presence, impact, and self-acceptance. She is no longer merely the face behind the phone plan. She's a voice, a movement, and an icon for every person who ever felt unseen. As the flashbulbs pop and admiration pours in from around the world, one thing becomes clear. Milana isn't just showing her huge size in photos, she's showing the world how powerful it is to be fully, unapologetically yourself. And in doing so, she's becoming the very embodiment of modern glamour, raw, real, radiant, and roaring with self-love. Stay tuned for more celebrity moments, fearless stories, and empowering transformations, right here on Daily Gossip. And don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates, the hottest photo shoots, and the boldest voices in Hollywood that are reshaping fame as we know it.